Hello friends, in my last two videos, I discussed about G1 checkpoint which is present at the border of G1 phase and S phase of the cell cycle, while G2 checkpoint which is present at the border of G2 and M phase. Now in this video, I am going to talk about third and last checkpoint, that is M checkpoint, which is present in the metaphase. Okay, this is the checkpoint which sometimes also known as spindle checkpoint, because the place mainly monitor the assembly of the spindle fiber inside the cell during transition from metaphase to anaphase. That means if cell want to enter into the anaphase from metaphase, cell have to clear this third checkpoint. Okay, so it is called as spindle assembly checkpoint. We know that in case of eukaryotic cell, actual M phase is divided into two parts, karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Okay, M phase having two subphases, karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Karyokinesis means division of the nucleus and cytokinesis means division of the cytoplasm. When any daughter cell enter into the G1 phase, it will going to prepare itself for S phase. In the S phase, cell will going to replicate its DNA or genetic material. In the G2 phase, cell prepare itself for M phase. And now after completing G1, S and G2 phase, once cell enter into the M phase, first cell have to pass prophase, then meta, ana and telophase. These four stages are the type of karyokinesis, where actual division of the nucleus occur. That means from one nucleus, two daughter nuclei is produced in the telophase. Okay, and at the end of the telophase, now cell enter in the cytokinesis or the division of the cytoplasm stage, where actual cell divide and two daughter cells are produced. So M phase is mainly divided into two parts, karyokinesis and cytokinesis. And if we want to understand checkpoint number 3, we have to first know few things about the karyokinesis. Okay, so before going into the detail of the checkpoint number 3, I just want to discuss some changes that occur inside the nucleus and cytoplasm of the cell when cell pass from prophase to metaphase and metaphase to anaphase. We know that prophase is the first phase of the karyokinesis, where cell prepare the nucleus for division. Okay, so suppose this is the eukaryotic cell membrane. Now eukaryotic cell have nucleus, and inside the nucleus we can find number of thread-like structures called chromatins. So nucleus always have network of the chromatins and nucleolus. So this chromatin and nucleolus are the important part of nucleus. As cell enter in the prophase after completing G2 phase, now the condensation of the chromatin occur initially. What is condensation? Condensation is nothing but the loss of water molecule. Dehydration of the chromatin occur and thin chromatin start losing water, and at the end of prophase, from this chromatin thick structures are produced which is known as chromosomes. So here you can see from the chromatin thick bodies are produced which is called as chromosome. So this is the first change which occur during the prophase, that is condensation of the chromatin to chromosome. Now at the end of prophase, this nuclear membrane, okay, which is present in the cytoplasm, start disappearing. Okay, so cell lose nuclear membrane, okay, and chromosome which is produced now freely suspended in the cytoplasm of cell, because nuclear membrane is disappear. And in the same phase, nucleolus which is present in the nucleus also disappear. So now you can see at the end of prophase, cell now have chromosome instead of chromatin, which is a thick body. Okay, cell do not have nuclear membrane or nucleus. Okay, during the prophase, another special structure produced inside the cell, which is nothing but the centrioles. Okay, two different centrioles are produced, and during prophase they migrate towards two different poles of the cell. Okay, that means this centriole will going to migrate towards one pole, while another centriole going to migrate towards opposite pole. This centriole will going to play important role of assembly of the spindle fiber at the time of anaphase. Okay, so these are the few important changes which occur inside the cell during the prophase. Number one, condensation of the chromatin to produce chromosome, then disappearance of the nuclear membrane, nucleolus, and formation of the centriole and migration of centriole towards the two different poles. So many activity take place in the single prophase. So this is the longest phase of the karyokinesis of the M phase. Okay, now after all this activity completion, now cell enter in the metaphase. What is metaphase? It is the phase where all the chromosome which is produced in the prophase arrange themselves in the middle part of the cell. This is called as equatorial plane. Suppose this is eukaryotic cell. In that case, now all the chromosome of the eukaryotic cell, like human cell, going to arrange themselves in the middle portion of the cell, because now nucleus is disappear and chromosome are free in the cytoplasm. They can arrange themselves in the middle portion. Okay, so meta means middle, phase means stage. This is the stage where chromosome arranged at the equatorial plane. Okay, now you can see all the chromosomes are arranged and centrioles are properly placed at two different poles of the cell. So this is the pole number one where centrioles are present, and opposite pole also have centrioles. Now during the metaphase, spindle fiber assembly is completed and this contractile protein fiber get attached to the chromosomes. Okay, why this spindle fiber attached to the central chromosome? Because during the anaphase, they will going to pull the separated sister chromatid of the chromosome towards each centriole. Okay, this is centriole. Now, if I draw structure of chromosome here, now suppose I draw this chromosome here, you can find the chromosome has central part, it is called centromere. Centromere and sister chromatids. These are the sister chromatids of the chromosome. Now, to the centromere, the spindle fibers are attached. Okay, suppose this is the spindle fiber. Here you can see attachment of the spindle fiber to the centromere of the chromosome. So during the metaphase, two important events occur. Number one, arrangement of the chromosome to the middle or to the equatorial plane of the cell, and binding of the spindle fiber to the centromere of the chromosome. Okay, one side of the spindle fiber is attached to the centromere while other side is attached to the centriole at both the pole of cell. And now cell is ready to enter into the anaphase. Okay, anaphase is the shortest phase of the mitosis, in which due to contraction of the spindle fiber, the centromere break into two parts and half portion of the chromosome move towards one pole and remaining half move towards other pole. So now suppose this is centriole at two different pole and centriole have spindle fiber attached to them. These four spindle fibers. Now due to contraction of the centriole, this centromere break, okay, and sister chromatid now separate from each other and they start moving towards opposite poles. So now suppose this is now chromosome number 1, split into two parts, half portion move towards one pole and remaining half portion move towards opposite pole. Same thing with all chromosomes. Now, due to contraction of the spindle fiber, these separated sister chromatid keep moving towards different poles of the cell, and once they reach at the pole, anaphase complete, and now cell enter into the telophase, where we know that exactly opposite thing happen as that of the prophase, and two daughter nuclei is produced, one daughter nuclei with one set of chromosome at one end while other daughter nuclei at other end, and now this cell is ready to enter in the cytokinesis. Okay, this is the normal prophase, metaphase and anaphase event, okay, which occur during the M phase. But sometimes spindle assembly do not occur properly. Okay, attachment of the spindle to the centromere do not occur accurately. In that case, checkpoint number 3 come into the action, come into the picture. Okay, because this is the site in the metaphase where cell check whether all the chromosomes are properly arranged to the middle portion or to the equatorial plane or not, and all the spindle fibers are attached to the centromere or not. If cell found everything okay, now the green signal will be received and cell enter from metaphase to anaphase. But if suppose this chromosome number 2 only have one spindle fiber attached to the one centriole and this spindle fiber is missing, okay, this is very serious condition, because if this cell now enter from meta to anaphase, what will going to happen? Due to missing of this spindle fiber, whole chromosome will going to migrate towards one pole, okay, and this pole will going to miss one chromosome, and in that case one nucleus will going to have one less copy of the chromosome while the other nucleus have one extra copy of the chromosome that may lead to serious genetic disorders, okay, like polyploidies. And to avoid such mistakes, now checkpoint number 3 come in the action, and it will going to arrest the cell in the metaphase. It will not going to allow cell to enter from metaphase to anaphase. And how exactly this will going to happen? Okay, this will going to happen by this pathway. Okay, for example, this is prophase, then metaphase, anaphase and telophase, and checkpoint number 3 will going to block transition of the cell from metaphase to anaphase. How exactly this will going to happen? Now for transfer or for transition of the cell from metaphase to anaphase, cohesin protein is required, cohesin protein. Okay, this is the protein which holding sister chromatin together. Okay, this protein is present somewhere here, and this protein hold sister chromatin together. Now if everything is okay, in that case this cohesin protein is degraded by enzyme separase. Okay, name itself suggests this is the enzyme which is responsible for separation of the centromere by degradation of this enzyme cohesins. Okay, so here I have shown you plus sign because this separase enzyme, okay, large circle, will going to degrade cohesin, and cohesin is responsible for holding chromosome together, sister chromatin together. If this cohesin is degraded, in that case, now centromeres will going to split and cell enter from metaphase to anaphase. So transition of the cell from metaphase to anaphase is mainly depend upon separase enzyme because it will going to degrade cohesins. Okay, now this separase enzyme have one inhibitor. The separase enzyme is inactive when securin, this is the protein which is regulatory protein which will going to inhibit the action of separase. This securin, small circle, is nothing but the inhibitor, and when this securin is present on the separase enzyme, the activity of separase enzyme is inhibited. That means if this securin is present on the separase enzyme, this complex is inactive complex. It will not going to destroy cohesin, and due to the inactivation of this complex, cohesin remain at the centromere and chromosome or centromere do not split and cell cannot enter from metaphase to anaphase. Okay, so this blockage of metaphase to anaphase is mediated by securin enzyme. Okay, and if cell want to degrade this securin enzyme, it is mediated by CDC20 APC complex. This is the two enzyme or two proteins, CDC1 and APC second. Okay, this complex will going to degrade securin degradation. And once this CDC20 degrade securin, now the enzyme is active, separase, and now cell can enter from metaphase to anaphase. Okay, but when cell found any unattached, it is clear to all. Now I just want to enter towards last part of the video. If cell have unattached spindle or cell found faulty arrangement of the chromosome and spindle fiber, in that case, due to unattached spindle, MAD2, this is the very important protein of the checkpoint number 3. Due to unattached spindle or faulty spindle arrangement, MAD2 protein going to activate. Okay, this will going to activate MAD2 protein, and now MAD2 protein will going to minus sign inhibit this CDC20 APC complex. Okay, this minus sign indicate inhibition. Okay, now listen carefully. If the spindle fiber is unattached or faulty arrangement of the chromosome is occur in the metaphase, it will going to activate MAD2 protein. MAD2 protein will going to inhibit CDC20 APC complex, and due to inhibition of this complex is unable to degrade securin, which is a regulatory protein present on the separase enzyme, and due to inactivation of this complex, securin remain attached to the separase, and due to the securin attachment, now this separase cannot degrade cohesin. Okay, and due to presence of cohesin, cell cannot enter from metaphase to anaphase, because we know that for transition of the cell from metaphase to anaphase, this degradation of cohesin is very important. Okay, so as long as there are unattached spindle or faulty spindle arrangement, MAD protein will going to keep CDC20 APC inactive, which will going to keep securin on the separase, and this will going to keep separase inactive, and due to which cell cannot enter from metaphase to anaphase. Okay, this is the negative loop or negative inhibition or negative control of the checkpoint number 3. If this unattached spindle is corrected, okay, correctly placed, in that case this pathway going to reverse. Okay, it will going to activate, degrade securin, activate separase, it will going to degrade cohesin, and cell can easily enter from metaphase to anaphase. So in my last 2 video, I already discussed about the mechanism, regulatory mechanism of G1 checkpoint, also called as restriction checkpoint in mammalian cell and start point in yeast cell. In my last video, I discussed about the G2 checkpoint, while in this video, I discuss about the few things about prophase, metaphase and anaphase, and actual mechanism or actual pathway by which this checkpoint number 3 inhibit transition of the cell from metaphase to anaphase. From my next video, I am going to start with actual M phase or the actual mitosis process, in that karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Thank you.